What is going on? It is me again, Lefty on BullShoals Lake, and yes, I am leaving the lake. Just going to run today. It's a quick doc appointment day. Got to go get a shot in my shoulder, and got to go do a grocery pickup. So that is what we are up to. I thought I might take you guys along for the drive. It's a pretty nice drive into town. I'm gonna flip you around, and we just left the homestead and we're on the hill coming up out from the lake. Yeah, so here we go. I love this little road coming off of the lake. Either when you're coming up it or going back down, it makes you feel like you're really going down into the holler. You basically are. You're going down into the little river valley, you know. It's pretty much all uphill from here. I am on my way into Branson, Missouri today from the lake. It's about a 30-minute drive, depending on how traffic is. This time of the morning, I'm liable to run into a little bit of traffic going through town. But that's okay. It's going to be a beautiful day in the Ozarks. It's a great day to get out and take a drive. If you're new to the channel, my name is Derek Martin. My friends call me Lefty, and I live on BullShoals Lake in the heart of the Ozarks, Taney County, Missouri, just outside of Branson. We're about 35 minutes from Branson and about an hour south of Springfield, Missouri. The homestead sits about 15 miles from the Arkansas border on the Missouri side of BullShoals Lake. We are at the beginning of BullShoals Lake, where it starts, and then travels south down into Arkansas. Right now I'm taking you guys on a little drive. We got a couple errands to run. The beginning of the month is grocery pickup day for the homestead. We like to put in an order at the local Walmart Super Center there in Branson, and go do all our grocery pickup at one time, and hopefully any other errands we might have going on. We try and schedule them all on the same day, so we don't have to get out and run around no more than we have to. I like to spend as much time at the homestead as I can. Recently, I have taken on a part-time job, just working 20 hours a week, just to supplement the income a little bit. You know, cost of living's just going crazy, man. And I've been on disability for quite a while. It's very peaceful countryside, my friend. Very, very peaceful. Let me flip you back around here. It's a lot prettier than I am. Yeah, you would call this the rolling hills of the Ozarks. We definitely have mountains. Some people think it's funny when you call them mountains, but there are a couple really good sized ones around here. The city of Forsyth, Missouri sits on top of a mountain, basically, and it would probably be the highest point around here, close. But when you're up on that city and up in that town, and you're looking out over the bluff, you know you're on a freaking mountain. There's no doubt about it. They might not be no Rocky Mountains or one of them really high ones, but let's see if I can get a little better angle on this camera while I'm driving here. Oh. If you're new to the channel, you might not be aware, old Derek Martin, my friends call me Lefty. I am a 44-year survivor of cancer and an amputee of the left arm. So I gotta be careful when I'm doing stuff while driving down the road, as far as filming and what have you. But I believe these clouds are supposed to break up pretty early this morning, and it is going to be an extremely sunny and beautiful day in the Ozarks. That is what we are hoping for. We will see. We will see. We're coming up to an intersection, and at this intersection, that is basically the town of Kissy Mills that I live in. We have our little tiny post office there, and there was at one point 2 different gas stations. Now there's only one bigger convenience store. The other gas station turned into a bait shop years ago. We do have a little bank off here to the right. Over there is where I work out part-time. That is White Oak Station is the name of that convenience store brand. I've only been there a few weeks. I've had pretty good experience so far. They've done me pretty good. They're allowing me to show up and do the best I can with what I got, and they're not trying to run me into the ground. I actually worked at that convenience store 5 years ago when my friends owned it, and I worked way more than I should have and kind of hurt myself a little bit. But I'm not doing that this time. I'm limited to 20 hours a week on disability, and to be honest with you, I'll be lucky physically to do 20 hours a week. So yeah, it's nice though. We are now going back down the hill to lake level. So we climbed up the hill coming from the homestead. Now we're going back down. Pretty good elevation right now. Kissy Mills is pretty good elevation. And this is all going downhill to lake level to what we call the flats. The flats are a straightaway, runs just right above lake level. This road does not flood, but the water does get up here, especially this time of year. And this area, since I've moved down here, is just more rain every year, it seems like. They talk about a drought every year, but when we do get rain, it's massive amounts all at once, and it's just damaging. Not the kind of rain you need to keep it from getting in drought conditions. Highway 160, Taney County. I gotta tell you, I feel truly blessed every time I get in the Toyota and take off and go anywhere down here. It just absolutely blows my mind that I live in this beautiful countryside. Just absolutely crazy. I just saw the largest patch of mullein I think I've ever seen. There must have been 20 plants alongside the road in the ditch. Mullein, people use it for a lot of stuff. It's an expectorant. They use it for coughs and lung conditions. Coming up to the right here is Shadow Rock Lodge, Shadow Rock Park, and the new Taney County Ambulance District substation. Now this park down here, it floods every year. Right here's this new substation. Shadow Rock Lodge is now Shadow Rock Apartments. They took the old hotel building and cleaned it up and revamped it and turned it into efficiency apartments. So, little studio apartment. $700 to $750 a month. Very reasonable. If you're a bachelor or a single person, maybe I think it'd be a great place for seniors. I mean, it's split at 2 levels, but the whole bottom level would be just great for seniors. And there's a space at the end, each end of that apartment building that held at one point a bar at one end and a restaurant at the other. I don't know what they're going to do with those spaces, but man, having the apartments there now, hopefully they turn it into a restaurant or some kind of area that the people that live there can make good use of. That's the second raccoon in the road I've seen since I've left the homestead this morning. We're now in the town of Forsyth, Missouri, and this is up on a mountain. I cannot right now take the camera loose to show you guys, but if I could, we is up on a mountain. This is probably one of the most elevated spots around. We lived in this town for 4 years. Great little hometown, man. I'm talking just great. Man, if you were going to raise your kids anywhere, this sure would be a great town to do it in. I tell you what. Just absolutely phenomenal. I love this little town. A little hardware store and what have you off to the right here. Things come and go, but yeah, it's filled with quite a few businesses right now. A little cannabis store off to the right, a couple different little car lots, Mexican restaurant, Shirley's Kitchen off to the right here is a nice place to catch breakfast in the morning. Swan Valley Brew Company and Flea Market, super nice flea market in there. Great gourmet coffee. John's Frosted Mug has been there for years and years and years. Little bar, restaurant. Yeah, it's a nice little town, man. We enjoyed living here. If we wouldn't have came across the homestead like we did, got such a good deal on it, and to be honest with you, at the time me and the wife purchased the homestead, my sister was a big wig for some banks up north, and she was able to assist with the loan process and made it a lot easier for us, just as far as getting the paperwork done. The whole process was just real smooth because she was able to assist us with it. Yep. It's a nice little town, I tell you what. My smiling mug. Oh man, I need to trim the beard. I'm waiting to see if they say anything at work. I'm going to grow my full beard out and get it all nice trimmed up and looking decent again. I walked around with a long goatee for years. When I switched over to a full beard, I feel funny when I don't have one now. I got so used to it. We are rolling again. Back on the road. Headed to Branson, Missouri from the homestead on BullShoals Lake. Forsyth Municipal Building off to the right here. Not a very big town. Awesome town to live in. Like I said, great town to raise your kids. Holy moly. I don't know that it would be any better. You could find one any better. See what kind of traffic we got this morning going to Branson, Missouri. The stretch of road right here is Highway 160, and it goes a long way. Goes all the way out, way past the homestead, and then it comes this direction here and goes all the way to the Highway 65. Highway 65, which is your big highway that's running north and south from Springfield, Missouri, through Branson, down through Arkansas. Hoping these clouds were going to start burning off a little bit sooner, but I'm sure it's going to. I can see blue sky peeking through. Oh man, I am now up on top of the mountain. I wish I could take this phone loose and show you guys. On the way back, I would be able to aim the camera over that direction. It's a heck of a view from Forsyth, Missouri. I tell you, you can see Branson and just for miles and miles and miles off of the cliff, off of the scenic overlook. It's Thursday. I hope y'all had a good week. There's one more day left. Fridays are my Monday. I'll be going in for my Friday day shift at the convenience store. Only working 2 days at the convenience store, Fridays and Sundays. Fridays are busy and Sundays are slow. So it's kind of a trade-off. I end up doing more cleaning on Sundays than I do waiting on people, which is okay. The little bit of cleaning I have to do, I can take my time doing it on Sundays, and it's not too hard on my one hand. Friday, there's very little chance to do much cleaning. You're doing good to keep things stocked up and waiting on people. I just got a message from my doctor's office asking me, have I arrived yet? They're not even open yet. Now leaving Forsyth, we just left the city limits. Beautiful stretch of highway right here going towards 65. Winding, beautiful, rolling hills. Oh yeah, Tony, this is definitely God's country down here is what they call it, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You know, I'm originally, my family is from Rolla, Missouri, which is about 2.5 hours north. But I was born and raised in southern Illinois, just on the Illinois side, amongst the refineries and factories. Now we grew up in a small town, but it was a short drive to, the local oil refineries jobs or the munition factory. That small town is no longer such a small town. But so we had a little bit of a taste of small town living where we was at, but I mean, just surrounded by them factories and stuff. It was not my area. Not my area. We moved down here. I moved down here in 2006. Met my soon-to-be wife, and went to work. And I worked for about 3 years in the restaurant industry down here in Branson before I blew my one good arm out, and they stuck me on disability. And yeah, was married for 10 years. Me and the wife split up. We have since reconnected. We are together. We were separated for about a year, but we got back together fairly quickly, and went ahead and did the divorce, because for us to live separately, and me being on my disability benefits and stuff, it benefited me to not be married, and I wouldn't have been able to survive otherwise on my finances. So she lives in Forsyth with my stepson, who is now 19, and I'm still at the homestead. The plan is, in the next year, is for her to move back to the house. He's going to be growing up and moving out on his own real soon. I am driving safe. Thank you, and good morning to you. Yeah, you gotta pay attention when you're driving down here, because it's, as you can tell by the video, by the stream, it is curvy, man. It is extremely curvy, and down here there are no shoulders to the roads. You can see there that the edge of the road is just, that's it, man. There's nowhere to pull over, you know, in some ways. Just got to be careful. I rode a motorcycle for many years down here and made it out alive, but it is dangerous. That's a pretty picture of the sky right there. The clouds are breaking up. It's going to be a beautiful day in the Ozarks. What highway is this? This is Highway 160 going towards Branson, Missouri from BullShoals Lake. Yeah, there's spots where the service is pretty sketchy, man. Pretty sketchy. When you get out to the lake where the homestead is, service is really bad. Basically, all the towers are way too elevated, and the lake, they just don't hit lake level. But yeah, it's Highway 160, which just turned into F Highway. Okay. F Highway, this last little stretch of road here. F Highway then links up with Highway 65, which runs north and south from Springfield, through Springfield, Missouri, down through Branson and into Arkansas. Big old dangerous dip of a hill right here. Down and up like you're on a dang old roller coaster, man. Definitely some dangerous driving around here. I'll tell you what, you gotta pay attention to the people that aren't locals. There's so many tourists down here in this area because of Branson. Bull Creek off to the left. Nice little campground there at Bull Creek. Yeah, look that up if you guys are ever looking for a camping spot down here towards Branson. It's outside of town, so the rates are reasonable. And it is a beautiful little campground. It was a little village. Well, it actually is still a village. Half of it was totally destroyed by flood. And they got a FEMA payout, and they turned half of the village into a campground. Just didn't make any sense to put any kind of permanent structures, any kind of permanent houses or mobile homes back in down there. With the amount of, or the possibility for the amount of flooding that they can have. Climbing back up from lake level. We are coming up to Highway 65 now. Uh-oh, we got the produce stand off to the left. Arkansas tomatoes. Somebody set up this morning. When I go through this intersection here, check out these rock formations, these bluffs that they, I don't know what you would call it. Bluffs that are left behind after they blast it out for the highway to go through. Real cool looking rock formations. Yeah, we're running into traffic now. I'm not surprised this time of morning. Going towards Branson. There will be a little bit of traffic, I'm sure. Nice and cool this morning. It's been so hot and humid the last week. I mean, really humid. With all the storms that came through the Ozarks last week, it's just been really nasty around here, but really cool this morning. It feels good. Good day to get out, get these errands run, go in here and have this doctor's appointment and get this shot in my shoulder. And then I'm going to run about a mile away from my doctor's office is the Walmart Supercenter where I've got my grocery order put in at. Extremely convenient for pickup this morning. Okay, we are now merging onto Highway 65. There's the bluffs I was telling you about. They blasted through. Alright, this is Highway 65, which runs north and south. Whew, my shoulder is hurting this morning. This is one heck of a hilly down road right here, boy, I tell you. You get behind some semis on this road, man, they struggle going up and down it. For some reason, you just can't go fast enough for folks around here. I try not to get in that big of a hurry. I like to do the speed limit, but yeah. it ain't for everybody. Oh, that's kind of neat. They're building a new water tower off to the left. Interesting to see the crane set up on the top of it. Highway 65. I am headed to the Mercy Branson Clinic on Highway 248 that sits right next door to Yakov Smirnoff's Comedy Theater. Oh, Yakov, he's got a real nice theater. He's been there for years and years. They got all kinds of acts come through there. I think originally that used to be the Oak Ridge Boys Theater. I'll show you when we get up to it here. Yakov's off there, right there on the right. Making America laugh again, he says. That's what his sign says. All right. This is my turn off for the Branson Landing and Shepherd of the Hills Expressway, and I'm gonna go get my errands run. Hope you guys enjoyed the little drive in to town. Little scenic drive. I may film on the way back because the way back is a beautiful drive too, just going the other direction and all the cool stuff that you can see going that way. So I may live stream on the way home just for the heck of it. Y'all have a great week. This is Lefty. I'm not on BullShoals Lake, but that's where I'm from. I'll see y'all later. Bye.